Don't hate me, but the Bible says that the serpent spoke to Adam and Eve. Of course, there's no way the Anunnaki would have wrote about serpents talking and things like that, would they? Would they, the Anunnaki, the ones that created us? Well, yes, there's many tablets, in fact, and I'm just pointing one out here, where it says, the eagle made ready to speak, saying to the serpent, come, let us make friendship. It carries on, the serpent and the eagle have a nice little chat, and he promised to be good, etc., etc. So I'm just going to let that sink in for a second. So the Bible, which we all know is a copy of the older text, you get it. Yeah, the Anunnaki. Did you know mermaids were half Anunnaki, half fish? Stonehenge was exactly there because it was covering where the miners, to do with mining in the local area, stayed. I can show all this with evidence as to why. Atlantis was at the top of Egypt. I can show that with evidence. The Nazca mountain range that was sliced off, that was for gold. They actually mined gold there. This is the Anunnaki, obviously. Jesus' father was Marduk. I show this with evidence on my long documentaries. The elongated skulls, again, done one of the best documentaries you'll ever find on elongated skulls, which show that they are, the ones that's missing sutras are genuinely not 100% human. 10 plagues of Egypt actually happened in Israel, and the aftermath, all these creatures went there because they blocked off the waterways, etc., went over to the Nile. The Maui statues were put there before the indigenous people got there, and crystal skulls are not debunked. Go watch my amazing documentaries on ourtruehistory.co.uk. You will find everything. I think I've worked out what the tabernacle was in the Bible, and it's not what you think. I know people say it's a building, etc. It's not, when you break it down properly. So that information will be out on my latest video called Heaven and Hell Solved. That will be released on the 20th of July 2024, so only a few days away. And just to give you a little hint, there's someone's version of what they think the tabernacle looks like, you know, with some cows there, etc., but it's not. Look at it from a distance. Now, what does that look like? There you go, you've got it already. Well done, guys. So you'll find the information out very, very soon. Thanks.
The Anunnaki will return. These ancient extraterrestrial beings from the planet Nibiru.
As the foremost expert in the Anunnaki, I do get asked a lot, when will the Anunnaki return? And unfortunately, they've never left. And the reason why they didn't leave is because 1 year of their time, just 1 year of their time, is 3,600 years of our time, which means our technology will advance quicker than their technology in the 1 year, which means in 3,600 years, we will actually be more technologically advanced than the Anunnaki. So there is no way that a smart race would have allowed us to just carry on and then come back in a year's time, their year. No way at all. So that's why when you watch other people's videos, you get all confused. Maybe just all follow me and learn, because I always show evidence as well. Sorry.
Will Joe Biden win the 2024 presidential election?
I'm not disrespecting the lady. I actually enjoy her videos. So this is to do with, obviously, Biden not running no more. So therefore the dowsing rods were wrong. So, but this isn't to do with her. The point is, when you talk to a clairvoyant or a medium, etc., they say, oh, here's a possible outcome. But it's a possible outcome out of infinite. Because you could change your mind, you know, as here with Biden's just stopped going for the running for it. So in other words, why do clairvoyants, why do dowsing rods, why does anything always give us one option? Why can't they just say, look, we don't know, because there's it's infinite. The possibilities are infinite. So don't tell us something like we're going to meet a tall dark man or a woman or whatever if it's never going to happen. Just say, I don't know. There's too many variables. Heaven and Hell has been solved. Yes, the next deep dive video that I'm going to release, it covers Heaven and Hell and explains exactly what they are. They're not what you think they are. With evidence. Don't forget, I'm the one that worked out where Atlantis is with evidence. Watch my pinned video. What Stonehenge was for. Easter Island, the crystal skulls, all solved because I do the research. So just hold on and I will release that video and you'll find out that heaven is space with evidence, and hell was partly a burial site. I'm not going to spoil it anymore, so yeah, just follow, keep watching, or go and watch my other documentaries that's already been solved from ourtruehistory.co.uk, and if you're not sure whether I actually know what I'm talking about, just watch my TikTok videos and then you'll realise I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. Enjoy. Interesting fact about Hades and Hell. We're all aware of the three-headed dog. Well, funny enough, NERGAL, who was in charge of the underworld or netherworld, had a three-headed dog. And also, the actual word that the Anunnaki used for hell was shades. Now, if you take the S off of that, guess what you've got? Yes, you've got Hades. So I'm actually doing a documentary on hell, showing what it actually really meant. So just bear with me and you'll finally find out the true answers, because I'm the only one that can do that. Because yes, I'm that big-headed, but I've already done it on heaven and many other videos on other subjects. So just hold on and you'll find out finally what hell really was.
Want to find out the answers to these mysteries that have now been solved? Atlantis was real and where? Solved. Who was on Atlantis? Solved Stonehenge. Solved Father of Jesus. Solved who Yahweh was. Solved 10 plagues of Egypt. Solved Norse gods. Solved Kronos. Solved Norse frost giant. Solved name of the creator of everything. Solved mark of the beast. Solved giant petrified trees. Solved firmament. Solved, and so many more. Simply visit ourtruehistory.co.uk.
It's official, everybody. Here is the front cover of the latest book from the author that's done those books that we all love. So those other books that's already on Amazon is Black Ops, Alien Spirits, Bigfoots and Now Untold History. Done very well. It's got great reviews. And he's also done Atlantis, Mermaids, Pixies, which is also on Amazon. And you can get them on audiobook as well as Kindle and paperback. But this is the cover of the very latest one. It's called Area 51, Stonehenge, Crystal Skulls, Poltergeist and Our Untold History. And I've been told that there's another 15 chapters in here covering all sorts of things, from the Turin Shroud to possessions of people, etc. And as you know, this guy does amazing deep dives similar to me. So I will let everyone know when this book is out, because I'm looking forward to having a copy of it myself.
Unplugged, and there was human memory.
So this gentleman's saying that the Anunnaki at least 3 times wiped our memories back around 5,000 years ago, give or take. There's a few problems with that. First of all, there's no evidence. Because if we've got our memories wiped, then we have no memory. Second, there were people all over the planet, literally all over the planet. So that means the maximum that we had of Anunnaki was around 2,000. They would have had to have gone round every single person and gave them an injection or spray or something like that, which is feasibly impossible. And third, they would have then had to destroy the tablets that they were writing, telling us what actually happened in our past. But they didn't destroy the tablets. So, in other words, there is no evidence whatsoever that there was memory wipes. There's no reason for them to do memory wipes because they allowed us to inherit the earth. Why do I bother? I am working on a video that will change history. I know you're thinking, well, hang on a minute, he's already done that with the video on who Jesus' real father was, who Yahweh was. They're small in comparison to what I'm doing. I am literally going through the Bible and explaining what it actually means with evidence. Now, that's no small feat, because there is no creator of everything, as the Bible says, and you're going to see that in the video. So when it comes out, I ask people to share it, because this is the one that will stop everyone going, the Bible says. This is it. This is the big one, guys. So this person's just posted on one of my videos saying, sadly, you miss out the words, the time frame of the creation. Unfortunately, what this person hasn't done, doesn't follow me. That's the first problem. Second, didn't watch the full video where it says this is only a snippet of the full video. So in other words, go to my website and watch the full video. So that person's obviously not done that. But also where it's talking about time frames, I'm actually sitting here right now editing a video to do with the exact time frames and how the Bible's completely wrong. So I'll just click play now. The Anunnaki gods describe the planets as alive with feelings and thoughts. How can I be so sure? simple here in the British Museum. So I don't want to spoil it for you. So there's a new video of literally the last video I just done said that there's going to be a brand new video totally changing history, and I'm actually still working on it. So in terms of creation of time, I am the guy that's worked it all out. So hold on. Being the foremost expert in paranormal and ancient aliens, etc., I do occasionally get people saying that I'm using other people's research. So unfortunately, this person doesn't even follow me, so that's their first problem. But the other problem is they've not watched any of my videos to understand that I don't go by Zecharia Sitchin. In fact, I've actually gone further than Zecharia Sitchin has, and he actually copied the Moorhens, and he admits that. So the ancient texts were already translated. So if you watched my amazing documentary, the one that proves the Anunnaki or the gods in the Bible, you will see that I don't actually use Zecharia Sitchin's work. In fact, I actually back Zecharia Sitchin up by finding the original text that he used for his book. So in other words, they're already translated. So when you say I present my work that's basically Sitchin's work, no, unfortunately I don't do that, and I am damn good at what I do. That's the reason why you thought that. Sorry.
The mysteries to unlock the secrets of the universe is hidden within our bodies.
So Billy just said that Enki had told us that the mysteries of the universe is within our bodies. In other words, he had done something to our bodies in order for us at a later date to figure out that the mysteries of the universe is there. Now, I've never seen any such tablets or text where Enki tells us or lets anyone know that we have inside us the mysteries of the universe. So I would just like to, instead of, I know Billy's good at sort of explaining things but without showing the evidence, but if it's at all possible, could you just on this one at least show me where that evidence is, please? Did you know in the Bible, Genesis mixes up 3 different timelines? In fact, the first part, they're talking about the creation of the solar system, which happened 4.6 billion years ago. Then, in the same Genesis, they actually start talking about the Anunnaki and their first 6 days and the 7th day being a day of rest. And that was around 432,000 years ago. So a total difference there from the billions of years. And then they also add in the creation of man, which wasn't actually, they're talking about Adam from Adam and Eve, which happened 100,000 years ago when Enki bred with human women that they'd already created 200,000 years prior to that. Now you're going to say, well, how's all this evidence? Absolutely. I don't mess around. So all you have to do is either go to YouTube and look up this video here, Alien Bible, or scroll back just one video, the video previous to this on TikTok. Just go back and watch that. It's a 30-minute documentary, 35-minute documentary with evidence.
Or the Rishot structure. Yeah, this one's been beaten to death by all the Atlantis hunters, but it does.
There's so many people that say the Richat structure is where Atlantis is, and they quote Plato. The problem is, for everything that they quote Plato, I can quote 3 things from Plato that doesn't make it Atlantis. However, it's not even a sunken city. It's not even sunken. So if anyone is interested in where the actual real evidence of Atlantis is, watch my pinned video on Atlantis. I actually have a sunken city in concentric circles with Thoth's temple on it, and it sank at exactly the right time. And in fact, there's 14 other points showing exactly why the place that I say is Atlantis is Atlantis. It's a city. It's off the, it's an actual island as well. Whereas obviously the Richat structure was part of the mainland. So yeah, feel free, watch it. It's on my pinned videos, and finally learn the evidence.
They were approximately 1 million years ahead of us technologically.
Yeah, I don't see it. My research shows they're about 300 years more advanced than we are right now. So in fact, in 1 year of their time, we will actually leapfrog them in their technology. And that's based off of things like they didn't have anti-gravity, which in 1 million years' time, we will have anti-gravity, regardless of whether we got it back engineered or not. So the Anunnaki never had anti-gravity technology to fly. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the stories in the Bible and the ancient texts where a big sound of thunder, like roaring waterfalls, as it was described, when one of their craft landed. So they didn't have anti-gravity technology, which you would get in 1 million years from where we are now. You would get that. So yeah, I don't see it, unfortunately. I would go with my estimate 300 years ahead of where we are right now. I've just been asked why there's so many different races, and I've pointed the person to my website because I've got many, many videos. In fact, I thought I'd just go through, because whatever question you have, I've probably already done a video for it. So I thought I'd just go through them. So here's the category of Anunnaki. I've got many different categories, so just bear with me. And it tells you how long the videos are, 35 minutes, 19 minutes, etc. That's a family tree backing up the actual proper family tree. So if you watch that, we'll look at that. Summary of the Anunnaki facts, 4 hours long. The list just goes on and on and on. What Sumerian stuff means. So I actually read out ancient texts and explain it all for you. Anunnaki seeing dead people, proof that Nibiru was real, Artrahasas tablets. I'll go through many. You can probably guess where the Y-Files was wrong on that video. That's 50 minutes long. The Great Flood, all you need to know, is an hour long. It's on YouTube, you can watch it. So all you have to do is just click on whatever it is you're interested in. Norse mythology, obviously it's not mythology once you watch my amazing documentaries that prove, because they've got the evidence as usual, 19 minutes, 18 minutes, and so on. So you just click on the one. Egypt, I'm just going to go through some of these here. Moses, was he a demigod? How the pyramids was cut, possibly. Can't say for sure. Emerald tablets, so I read out the emerald tablets for people. So it explains a lot about those if you don't actually know what that's referring to. Greece, who Kronos was, with evidence, and that's solved, obviously, by me. Lemuria, is it real? Have a watch of that, see what you think. Obviously, I've done a damn good job. All of these are damn good jobs, you'll see. The Mayan cities, mermaids, there's a documentary here. Everything you need to know about mermaids is 24 minutes long, and you'll never see anything like it anywhere else, I can guarantee you. The Anunnaki were the ones that actually had merman. Go watch the documentary, you'll see what I mean. Time travel, etc., quantum, junk DNA, Star Child. So pretty much most of the things that you're probably already thinking of asking me, I've already done documentaries on. And these are not the TikTok type documentaries. A lot of these, or most of these long ones, are edited widescreen versions that you can sit back and enjoy. Giant trees or giant lies, solved that. Flat Earth, obviously. It's not. Watch my amazing documentaries, you'll see. Firmament. So I actually, with this one, I go back and actually look at the original word for firmament, which doesn't mean an invisible dome over the earth. It actually means, well, I'll let you watch that and you'll see with evidence, as always. Dinosaurs, dragons, fake debunking other people. So unfortunately, there's a lot of researchers out there that's not as good as me, without sounding really big-headed. And of course, I see their videos and I end up doing videos showing where they're wrong, and I show evidence where they don't. They kind of just talk. So I've done many videos there, 34 minutes, 18 minutes, and a 50-minute video. The Bible, obviously, who's Jesus, who was Lucifer, with evidence. I always do these with evidence, don't forget that. Satan, Book of Revelations, which obviously already happened. You're thinking, no, it hasn't. It has. Go watch that documentary. Who Jesus' real father was, unlike any other video ever. I was expecting people to tell me, "Way, you're wrong." No one's told me I'm wrong. It's on YouTube. No one's told me I'm wrong, because I do everything with evidence. So his real father was, and it wasn't an almighty being. It was not an almighty being. Go and watch the documentary, you'll see. Adam and Eve, a myth? No way. 13-minute documentary. So you could just spend a week, a couple of weeks watching my documentaries here. Garden of Eden. That's pretty much solved. You'll find it was on a spaceship. What? Yep, go watch the documentary. I don't mess around. I'm no point in lying. Who Yahweh really was, with evidence. No one's debunked that. No one will. Mark of the Beast has been solved, obviously, because I know what I'm talking about, unlike other people that will start from the basis of an almighty being, whereas I actually know about the Anunnaki, and you realise that it was to do with a comet. The name of the creator of everything, I'm the only person to work that out. The Great Flood, heaven and hell solved. So you'll basically find out that heaven was space, with evidence, as usual. Noah's Ark. Proof that aliens were involved. Obviously, it was the Anunnaki telling Noah. In fact, the tablets in the British Museum, or just one of the many tablets, was in the British Museum called Noah's Ark Flood Tablet, and it shows you that Enki tells Noah to build the ark. But I cover all of that in this hour-long Great Flood video. Bigfoot, loads of videos on Bigfoot here. 20 minutes, 9 minutes, and the Yowie connection. I forgot to put how long that is. I think it's a half-hour documentary. Elongated skulls, fascinating one. Ultimate elongated skull video. That's probably the only video you'll ever need to watch. 40 minutes long, covers pretty much. Well, that's why it's called the ultimate one. Crystal skulls, full documentary. Again, I prove that it's an hour long. I prove that the mainstream lie to us. They really do. So don't believe mainstream. Watch that documentary. You'll see how much they lie to us. Stonehenge, I solved it. I know you're going to say, how can you solve Stonehenge? Just watch the video. And you'll see that it was to do with mining. What? Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? Sound power levitation, about levitating blocks. Angels, obviously we all know that an angel was a messenger. That's the original word for it, so I go through that and explain that with evidence, as always. Giants, were giants real? As a 38-minute documentary, and you'll find out the answer. As a DNA RH negative live chat with a special guest. It's a 2-hour chat. You'll find out some amazing stuff there. Spirits, everything you need to know about spirits is a 2-hour video there. The Hat Man, Jinn, making a contract with God, which technically isn't God. You'll see. Pineal gland. Did the Anunnaki have spirits? Near-death experiences, etc. The list just goes, as you can see, the list just goes on. Other types of pyramids, not necessarily ones in Egypt. Atlantis, obviously I'm the one that solved Atlantis. Just watch my pinned video here on TikTok and you'll see I did solve Atlantis with evidence, unlike anyone else that's ever done that. I know it sounds big-headed, just trust me, just go watch it, you'll see. Crop circles, obviously that's always a good one, and you'll find out that they were generally made by orbs, the original ones, not the man-made ones that are fake. Then I go into planets and other things, and skinwalkers, and including talking about Skinwalker Ranch, military and black ops, etc. So there's plenty of videos for you to just go and enjoy without having to ask me many questions. So hopefully that helps understand some of the videos that I've done. If you don't know who I am and you're thinking, what's this guy waffling on about, just watch some of my TikTok videos and hopefully you'll say, he kind of knows what he's talking about and he shows evidence. I'll go and look at his website, which is ourtruehistory.co.uk. Hope to see you there. Coming soon, I'll be telling you who the god is, the Anunnaki god that is in charge of us, and the $1 bill as well. There's representations on it. So after 40 years of my research into the Anunnaki, I'll be giving you my thoughts. They finally landed on Earth. Enki wanted to spend the next 6 days creating a camp for the team. On the 7th day, Enki said, let this day be a day of rest. From now on, every 7th day will be a day of rest. No working at all. This is actually from my book, which is on Amazon. It's called Our True History, and it's the world's first book that shows the Anunnaki with evidence. On the bottom of every single page, there's a link to whatever the evidence is regarding on that page. And so you don't have to buy it for a kid. You can actually buy it for yourself and look at the evidence on every single page. Museum evidence and stuff like that, as you probably see there. And so the book is pretty darn good, if I do say so for myself. It's called Our True History. It's on Amazon. Just type Our True History book and you will see. That's actually what the ark looked like, by the way. It was round. It was coracle. It wasn't a long boat. So yeah, enjoy.